Welcome. Thanks very much for joining us. We talk to a lot of powerful women on this segment every week. There are a lot of them in office here in Massachusetts these days, none more so than our next guest. She is the second-ranking Democrat in the United States House, now in her 10th year, representing the 5th Congressional District of Massachusetts. We welcome Congresswoman Katherine Clark of Revere. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Thanks for coming by.
Well, thank you for having me.
So I'm doing my homework for this interview, and I'm reading over your Twitter feed, and I noticed a recent tweet where I guess this was in reference to the contest between Ron DeSantis and Donald Trump over who can be more disparaging of our involvement in support of Ukraine.
Oh, yes.
You referred to a quote, the quote, extremist GOP takeover, end quote. What do you mean by that?
Well, that's exactly what we're seeing in the House of Representatives and in the GOP overall, is that the extremists are running it. And people are in a race to take the most extreme position that they can. We certainly saw it in full display during Kevin McCarthy's race to be Speaker, where he held a yard sale on our Constitution, on the speakership, to get the votes that he wanted. And now in the House, we're dealing with those people on the who have the most extreme views, like Lauren Boebert, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Matt Gaetz, Jim Jordan, are on critical committees, on the Oversight Committee, on Judiciary, on their select committees doing investigations. And it's a race to the bottom in which the American people and their needs and their voices are being kept out.
Well, at the start of the session, Republicans have a 9-vote margin in the House right now. That means if the Democratic caucus is unanimous in support of something, all you have to do is flip 5 Republicans.
That's right.
And you win. Given what you just described as the extremism of the Republican caucus, do you see that as a possibility? And how unified are the Democrats?
The Democrats are unified, and I can tell you in my job as Democratic whip, where I am in charge of making sure I know where the votes are, where our caucus is, where the pressure points are, we are united in making sure that all the work we were able to do in the last Congress, lowering costs, especially of healthcare, making sure we're creating great paying jobs, over 12 million since Biden took office, and having safer communities. The first gun safety bill in 30 years is a great example that as that is being implemented, we continue to push for those things that I hear about throughout my district and the Commonwealth and the country that families want us to focus on. And we're going to draw that stark contrast with what we're seeing with a national abortion ban, a manufactured debt ceiling crisis, things that threaten our economy and exacerbate the challenges families are facing.
Well, in terms of getting something done, are there 5 or more Republicans who you feel you could work with and potentially flip on a given bill?
There are many Republicans that I feel I can work with.
Okay.
The question is, are they going to stand up? There is tremendous pressure on them not to step out of line with the Republicans, with this extreme agenda they've put together. They fear they'll have a primary. And so what we're seeing are that the American people and voices are being drowned out. And we are committed to putting people over politics. And where Republicans will meet us and join us, we stand waiting to work with them. We don't want to have to wait 2 years till we take back the gavels to get something done. We need to be doing things now. So we'll continue to reach across the aisle, and we hope they'll meet us.
In all candor, is it likelier that we're looking at 2 years of gridlock? At best.
That seems to be what we've seen from them so far. Even their own bills that they decided on and put into the House rules package at the very beginning, they're having a hard time within their own caucus in bringing those forward. So we're going to stay at it. And one of the things that we are really focused on, and our Mass delegation is focused on, is as we are rolling out the infrastructure bill, the CHIPS and Science bill, all the climate investment in the Inflation Reduction Act, that Massachusetts is ready to get those funds, and that we are making sure that the quality of our communities, the jobs we're creating here, the housing we're going to be able to build, comes to our communities here.